What up, people? It's your boy Massachusetts out here with another comic review. So, I'm picking up again, finish this Get Up to Date with Superman, Superman 35, Part 3 of the Imperious Lex storyline. This time it's focusing on Jonathan Kent, and you can see that he's got dogs under his command. And so it's like another standard thing, but we're getting to see things from John's point of view. So let's hit it. So we pick off with Lex and Superman, and he's like, Lex told everybody that he's the savior of Apocalypse, that he's a god, and Superman's like, tell them I'm not a god. He's like, well, why don't you tell them that? And it's like, Science False Prophet, return to us, Lord Superman. So everybody's chasing after them to bring Superman back for them to worship and to kill Lex, because why not kill Lex? So we got Patrick Gleason and Tomasi, the usual. Travis Moore. We have a new art crew, apparently, immediately. Travis Moore, Stefan Segovia, and Art Thieber are the artists. Deanna Ribeiro is the colorist. Rob Lay, the letterer. Patrick Gleason did the cover, of course, and, so on and so forth. So, Lex is like, Superman's like, you planned this, like, improvised, veer left, optimal cover. I don't like backseat flyers, or kidnappers for that matter, Lex. And then, we see that this woman right here, Adora, it's like saying, they're just flying everywhere. It's like, I forgot, like, my actions became necessary only after I summoned you to help me with my situation. It's like impersonating a deity, delivering me up as a sacrificial lamb to save your own skin, Lex. And then we just see Ardora, they're telling him where they're heading. He's like, have faith, we'll get Superman. And Luthor's story will be blotted out. And he it's like, just return immediately for judgment. And we see a boom helmet employed. And we just see it's coming, and then Lex told him, like, it's like, dive. He's like, I told you. It's like, clamp. It's like, no, I told you. And he's like, don't fight it, just fly, and leave the driving to me. It's like, hard right. So he goes ahead, and he's trying to get the thing off of Superman. Behind us, almost there, and then he removes it off of Lex. And he's like, is this how you define the situation you put us in? It's like just shut up and fly. So the boom thing teleports a parademon. Sees Luthor like they're beyond our range. Like, we must bring back Superman now. You are right, Prophet, and I swear by the eternal fires of Apocalypse, Darkseid Storm will not languish vacant for long. So everybody's trying to fill Darkseid's seat. Meanwhile, Jonathan is here, and he managed to lose the guys who were chasing him. And he's like, keep it together. And it's like, I retraced my steps back. We were just leaving a movie, and then Lex Luthor came with his Lex box and boom tube, and I almost got eaten by disgusting mutant dogs. It's like, am I missing anything? At least I didn't lose my appetite. And then we just see him discovering that, someone must be cooking dogs. And then we just see the same people who are chasing him. And we see that they have these dogs prisoners. And Jonathan, like the kid he is, wants to, first of all, he's just hearing rumors that Kalibak is forming his own thing, and that he'll never give up his birthright to anybody else. And they're saying that Granny Goodness wants the throne, and they're like, oh no, we're for Kalibak. So this is Kalibak's faction. So you just see that Jonathan wants to leave, and he's just saying, oh, all of these bones of dead dogs, and it's like, now they're like, okay, we're gonna eat these dogs now. And Jonathan's like, oh man, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but he goes in and he pulls a save, but I'm Superboy. Boom, he just does an ambush everywhere. It's like, run, Muds. It's like, he frees our rations. Like, that boy wants to, feast on our beasts. And he's like, gross, man. They're like, I'm 10, I don't want your dogs. And then he's beating them up. He's like, get back, you mongrels. So they start eating him. It's like, now it's your turn to run away. Oh, keep lying to us, retreat. So he takes care of the opposition. And so we can see that he goes ahead. He starts making nice with the dogs. Frees their parents right here. A family. And he's surprised even in this place. And he's empathizing with the beasts. And it's like, do you think you could sniff my folks out? And then, okay, easy. No need to get up if I can. Wait, does that mean you still help? So they give him a staff, and he's like, okay, I got my own army. Ready to roll. Meanwhile, we see that Lex is like, Superman's like, okay, you've gone too far, Luthor. That S you're wearing means something. Yes, and thanks to me, now it means something on Apocalypse. And then he's like, can't you see it? Word spread of their true savior. Huddled masses always yearn for breath to breathe free. Even in a place like this, don't you recognize the faces on the dust that gaze upon you? It's hope. And he's like, you are the prophesied to be the savior, not me. But one can scarcely blame you for rejecting this particular burden. A fool's faith can only turn madness in a place like this. I, for one, wish to be free of their hopeless hope. We have to get back to Earth. Yes, but they will come for you just like they did for me. You can't run from this. It's like, it's like I'm not running until, and I won't go back until I find my. And it's like, for yo, what? Oh, Superman, you're slipping up, man. And then all of a sudden we see, did someone else come back with you? Bam, bam, they get shot with the sky. And we can just see that Lex is out cold. And we just see somebody grab Superman by the throat. And we just see this mighty picture of Kalibak holding both of them. Hope is anathema on Apocalypse. Meanwhile, we see that Kalibak is doing his thing. He's blowing holes into the ground, and we just see that Master Kalibak, Darkseid himself, could not survive the heat from the planet's core. None dispute the Chaos Cannon's power. It is unequal, but its effect on the fire pits is untested. It is simply not stable enough to clear a safe path. And then, Kalibak's like, silence. It's like, it's like, suit your men up for descent. Glory awaits them in the pit. And we just see they puncture the place like, fools, don't stop. Now lock down the stabilizer and keep going. Master, please, it's too dangerous. And, we just see Kalibak's like, okay, bring around the Superman. It's like, this son of Earth has to regain consciousness. Then the son of Krypton volunteers for the descent into the flames. And we just see another turn, there isn't much time. You just see Kalibak, you should listen to your men. What you're doing can have disastrous consequences. Like, the planet is going to get messed up if you keep doing this. And then we just see Granny Goodness and her crew roll in. That's Lois right there. And then we see that Superman recognizes Lois. And then, Granny's just roasting him, saying, like, you imbecile. Apocalypse has withered on the vine. Fanatics occupy the citadel. The hunger dogs are scattered. You have brought shame to your house. We are here to see Darkseid's order restored. I will find my father. In a fire pit? You buffoon. And, Lois is still, they're doing their eye contact thing. And then, everybody's telling him that Apocalypse cannot survive into any of the pit. Darkseid cannot survive in any of the pits of Apocalypse. And he's like, my father couldn't. Granny's like, you know what? I've had enough of you. You're going to get these hands. And so, you dare strike a pits of Apocalypse. And then the Fears comes, said, you dare. And we just see an all-out brawl. This is war. Everybody's just fighting. Everybody's just going and everything like that. So, Lois frees. Superman tells him that she hasn't found John yet. And you just see Granny say, for good. And boom, I'm putting both of your lights out, Kalibak. Oh, my gosh. I've lost a Flash. But I can still keep going because there's still somewhat of a light. Forgive me for this. So, they're still fighting. And, this guy still thinks, like, if I can't have my father's throne, no one can. And so he injects it, and then Apocalypse just, it just fizzles out. Boom. And then we just see, everybody's like, what the heck have you done? And he's like, I could feel I feel cold, the fires, like all of them are gone. All the fires have burnt out. And, Superman's like this. And Kalibak is about to give Superman a bit of a beatdown. And Lois comes, she's like, no. And he's like, huh? Like, what was that? And you just see, it's like, let go of me, ape face, like more Earth meat. And we just see on the ridge, we just see somebody on the ridge with all these hellhounds coming down, and it's like, and Kalibak's like, man, the rider ain't nothing, he's just a pup himself. And we see John Kent with all of his power, looking like an army boss, go in and roll out. And that's the end of that. As I said in issue 34, this is John on Apocalypse, and he gets his due, and we can see that now. Everybody is fighting on Apocalypse, and Kalibak has pretty much ruined it because he's Kalibak. Give this a 7.5 like I gave the last issue. But thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notifications. I do these reviews for you, the people. Thank y'all for watching, and I might have a video up later tonight, but if not, tomorrow.